NCERT Class 9th Chapter 1 Topic 1.5 Operations on Real Numbers. We already know operations on natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. If we know operations on irrational numbers also, then we know operations on real numbers. Operations on irrational numbers. The irrational numbers satisfy commutative, associative and distributive laws for addition and multiplication. The sum, difference, multiplication and division of irrational numbers are not always irrational, and we can show it by examples. For addition, minus root 5 plus root 5 is 0, which is not irrational. Second example is root 6 minus root 6 equal to 0. That is, when we subtract an irrational number from another irrational number, we are getting a rational number, and this is that example. Root 6 minus root 6, both are irrational numbers and their difference is 0, which is rational. Then root 8 multiplied by root 8 equal to 8. Root 8 is a rational number and it's multiplied by itself, which is also irrational, and their product is a rational number. Similarly, root 7 divided by root 7 equal to 1. Root 7 is irrational, and when it is divided by itself, root 7, that's also irrational, and their division equal to 1, which is a rational number. We go for a few more examples. Minus root 3 plus root 3 equal to 0. When we add one irrational number with another irrational number, and we are getting a rational number, it means that it may or may not be irrational. Then root 8 minus root 8 equal to 0. That is, on subtraction of two irrational numbers, we are getting a rational number. So we may get or may not get a rational number. One example of product is root 3 multiplied by root 3 equal to 3. Root 3 is irrational. When it is multiplied by itself, root 3, we are getting a rational number. Root 10 divided by root 10 equal to 1. Root 10 is irrational, is divided by root 10, which is irrational, and we are getting 1, which is a rational number. Properties of irrational numbers. Property 1. The sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational, and we give the example 2 plus root 3. 2 is rational number and root 3 is irrational number, and 2 plus root 3 is irrational. Or 2 minus root 3. 2 is rational number and 3 is irrational number, and their difference is irrational. Pi plus 2 or pi minus 2. Pi is irrational number, 2 is rational. Their sum or their difference is irrational. Property 2. The multiplication or division of a rational number by an irrational number is irrational. And we give the examples. 2 multiplied by root 3 is equal to 2 root 3. 2 is rational number and it is multiplied by root 3, which is irrational, and their product 2 root 3 is irrational. 2 divided by root 3 is equal to 2 upon root 3. 2 is rational, root 3 is irrational, and their division 2 upon root 3 is irrational. 5 multiplied by root 7 equal to 5 root 7. 5 is a rational number, root 7 is an irrational number, and their product is 5 root 7 is irrational. 3 divided by root 5 equal to 3 upon root 5. 3 is a rational number, root 5 is an irrational number, and their division is 3 upon root 5 is irrational. Property 3. If we add, subtract, multiply or divide irrational numbers, the result may be rational or irrational. And we give some examples of addition. Root 2 plus root 3. This gives irrational. And again, the example of addition, minus root 2 plus root 2 equal to 0. This gives rational. The result is rational in this case. Now we go for subtraction. Root 3 minus root 5. This is irrational. Root 5 minus root 5 equal to 0. This is rational. Root 2 multiplied by root 3 equal to root 6. This is irrational. Root 3 multiplied by root 3 equal to 3, which is rational. Root 2 divided by root 3 equal to root 2 upon root 3. This is irrational. Root 3 divided by root 3 equal to 1. This is rational. Thus, if we add, subtract, multiply or divide irrational numbers, the result may or may not be irrational. It may be either irrational or rational. Property 4. If A is a positive real number, that is A is greater than 0, then root A equal to B means A equal to B square. When we square both sides, then root A on squaring we get A, and B on squaring we get B square. That is A equal to B square. It means that B is also greater than 0. Here we complete this video. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel.